I'm going to talk about the hot button movie of the week. Hottest movie of the week. And I'm going to not spoil it.
I was going to say, I'm talking about the hottest movie of the week later.
That was hottest movie of last week.
Well, I know I saw it this week. So.
Fair. I went last night and saw Weapons, which is like one of the most anticipated movies of the year in terms of like horror. Like an immediately intriguing premise. Like what, like these 17 kids get up in the middle of the night, all run out of their house. You know, that's been the question of like, what did that? What caused that? You know, that's the whole premise of the movie. Is these characters getting to it? It's probably, we'll see how the year rounds out, but it is one of the best, if not the best movie I've seen in a theater this year. It is very smartly written. It plays almost like, I guess the easiest way I can describe its story structure, it's like Pulp Fiction. And so it gives you different characters that it follows. Like when the movie starts, the first part of the story, you follow the teacher that was in the classroom and you get part of her story. And then what will happen is there'll be a specific character that's in her story, and then the next one will transition. And what it'll do is it'll come up and say the name. So like her name is Justine. So this part of the movie is about Justine. And then it transitions from her to Josh Brolin's character, which is one of the parents.
Right, so it goes from Silver Surfer to Thanos. Got it.
To Thanos, right? And it keeps going. And like, I will say every character it follows is incredibly well written and interesting. The movie is also like oddly comedic at times. It's not, I'll also say like, it is not overly gory. Like, I feel like it's a movie you could watch, Dan, without really having a problem. Okay. The biggest thing of gore is the very, very end of the movie, but it's one of those things where like, you know what's going to happen, and it's very much a thing that you want to see happen, but it's pretty gory, and you can look away, but you know when it's going to happen, so you have enough time to be like, oh, I don't need to see that, if that would bother you. But it's not, like, it's gory, but I don't think it's anything worse than, like, CSI or Criminal Minds or something like that.
Well, Criminal Minds gets kind of fucked, but yeah.
It gets really fucked. But there are some good, like, what the fuck moments, and one of my favorite moments in the movie is like a couple of these characters have dream sequences, and Josh Brolin has one, and the entire time it's happening you are literally saying to yourself, what the fuck is going on? And he wakes up, and literally when he wakes up you think to yourself, what the fuck? He just yells it out loud, and he goes, what the fuck? And then it just cuts to a different scene, and it's like smartly written like that, where it's like, okay, every character in this movie is well written, but like they're just normal people. They're not heroes. They're not villains. You're just following these characters as the story progresses, and they all kind of have their own weaknesses. Nobody ever does anything that's so stupid like you'll see in a horror movie. You're like, why is this idiot doing that? It takes
you out of the movie because they make such a dumb decision.
Like, they make decisions that are just very human. Like, yeah, I'd probably do that too if I was in this situation. I cannot, like, I don't want to spoil what it is.
Yeah, don't.
It is a kind of thing where it is revealed probably halfway through the movie in a very kind of unusual way. And then it transitions into, okay, you know what the catalyst is for what's happening. Now you want to know how and why this is happening, kind of a thing. So what I like about it more than anything is it is by and far a mystery from the beginning to end, because you're trying to figure out, first it's who did this, why is this happening, and then, okay, now I know who did this, why is this happening. And I've seen some people online, because I've watched other reviews and stuff, I've seen some people that have said like, oh, I kind of figured it out. I don't know how you would figure it out in the first like 30 minutes. For me, like, I will tell you, like, when it finally was revealed what's going on, it did take me back, because I wasn't expecting it to go the direction it did. And then I was with it, because it's played straight. It's not played like screwy or goofy or anything like that. It's played very straight. But it's the kind of thing where when they reveal it, it just kind of happens. And it's the kind of thing where, like, oh, this is what's going on. Oh, that's really bad. Kind of a thing. Like, oh, this is going to be fucked up. So it's more fucked up than it is gory.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But yeah, like there isn't anything in the movie I would say that you couldn't handle, Dan. I mean, if you've seen crime scenes in some of those shows,
yeah, it's weird like for me, like what I can and can't handle sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
there are some good, like, there's probably 2 good jump scares in the movie, and they're both related to the dreams that people are having. But there is, like, they do put things, like, there's a specific connecting thing going on in this movie with those dreams, and then with something that happens that you're like, okay, there's one common thing you keep seeing, and you're like, what is that? And then it finally clicks, like, halfway in the movie, like, okay, that's what's happening here. How the fuck is this happening? Kind of a thing. And the way they weave each story between these characters, it always, like, you'll get a part of the story that's going to happen. So, like, all of a sudden this other character interacts and you're like, well, how did this character get to this point in the movie? And then they will follow that character and explain it, kind of a thing.
Okay.
I will say, like, I really, really wish that the trailers for these movies only showed you and gave you that premise of the kids disappear. Because they do show some other things in that trailer that, like, now that I've seen the movie, it's like I knew to expect seeing that image in the movie. So I'm like, okay, I know at some point this is going to happen, but, like, how is this going to happen? I wish they didn't show that.
Yeah, but
you could have just sold this movie on just, hey, these kids disappeared. We need to know how the fuck
movies
it happened.
Have such a fucking problem. It's like, we better show 40% of the movie in the trailers, or no one's going to come see our movie.
Mm-hmm.
Every movie does.
It is. But like I said, it's funny. It's funny at times when it needs to be funny, and it also, there are a couple scenes that are kind of horrifying in a, not in a, like, gory way, but just kind of, that's kind of fucked up kind of thing. Also, like, the theater I saw it in was one of those like, they rumble your seats and stuff. And there's a couple really good effective, like, hell yeah, this was worth the money. So for me, it is incredibly strong 9 out of 10.
Nice.
I loved every minute of it, so I highly, highly recommend. And like I said, try to avoid anything about it, and, like, see it as soon as you can so you don't spoil it. Like, there's already an IGN article today.
They had that ready yesterday. Like, they
did, because they literally said yesterday, we're going to post the thing on Friday. Like, can you just wait through the weekend, man?
They can't. Like, click.
They can't do it.
Please click.
I was also nice to the theater I went to. We had two ads, and that was it. We had Conjuring and that Leo movie. That was it. I had no other advertisements. Wow. Just the typical, like, I'm so-and-so CEO of this theater chain. Look at these chairs.
I had a whole bunch of random shit before the movie I went saw, but
I saw AMC. They're actually going to start scaling back the 30 minutes because they got enough flack about it.
It was a lot.
It's a grind. It's a grind.
One of the ones I saw, and then we'll talk about the other thing, but was a Nobody 2 ad where it said, buy your tickets now. It wasn't a trailer. It was a commercial for the movie.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's like, come on, I'm in the movie. At least show me the fucking trailer. No, it was a commercial.
I'd rather just see the trailer again. Not like, buy your tickets now.